The place, but it's no reason to be disrespectful. Let me first dispel the myth that crime is all about the adrenaline rush. It's not. After a while, it's like any other job, but the hours suck. And half the time, the hardest part is staying awake. The bottom line is that I do it because I'm good at it. Sure, it's not the safest way to make a living, but I reduce the risks by working alone and abiding by 3 basic rules. Never steal anything you can't carry in one hand, never keep a souvenir, and never leave a calling card to see if the cops can trace you.
I'm pleased to report that after months of diligent police work and meticulous investigation, we've been able to establish a pattern among several burglaries in the greater Auckland area.
Drop it. I shouldn't really do that. 1, it's expensive. 2, it's a fire hazard.
Put it on the table.
Okay. Before I do, can I just say one thing?
What's that?
Lights.
Dad, it's the lights. I'll fight this Dad.
Lights. 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 A gun search.
The Brice.
Tinny piece of shit.
Yeah. You know we get down with all the cyber moms. When nothing told me I was high right now and tired of wrong. Somebody said, T, you a teen heartthrob. Made my baby fake, making twins hard stop. I could be antics, this could mean action. I could be flag gun, sequence, gymnastics, spandex, Asics, doing fail backflips, wishing there was a writer in the head, edible tablets, New Zealand graphics, refrigerator magnets, kicking with senior citizens, right there liquor cabinets. I'm the reason you don't want it, so bad at this, nobody's so swell, cleaning up shenanigans. You know I'm super strong, line like a firearm. Somebody told me I was hot right now like Tiger Bomb. Somebody said, T, you a teen heartthrob. Made my baby fake, making twins hard stop.
Now, at this stage of the story, I'm not exactly what you would call a poster boy for disadvantaged youth, but if you stop passing judgments before the first ad break, you might be pleasantly surprised. There's 2 ways a kid from Eastbridge can get ahead. You can either A, apply yourself at school and try to win a scholarship, or B, you can take the sensible option and join a gang. Most gangs are all about patches or full body tattoos, which is stupid for 2 reasons. 1, why would you want people to know you're a criminal? And 2, if I wanted to wear a uniform, I'd be working at Carl's Jr. One gang that doesn't go in for that is the Black Venoms. But the main reason I'm interested in hooking up with these cats is Ray Vegas. Since he became boss, he's brought the Venoms into the 21st century and have expanded into legitimate businesses like vehicle recovery, construction, and bee farming. Now, my boys have been begging me to prospect with him for ages, but I figured if I showed the Venoms what I could do, eventually they'll come calling.
Need a ride?
Not you, Sasquatch.
The Dick Dodger strikes again.
Just trying to make it interesting.
If you keep taking chances like this, you're going to get caught. Let me tell you from experience, you can get a lot further in this business if you don't draw attention to yourself.
Oh, how many lanes you want, you dopey prick?
The thing is, I was going to do things the traditional way. Get you to prospect for a bit, earn your stripes. But due to certain skill shortages within our organization, I'd be willing to fast-track the process. So what do you say? Do you want to join the fraternity?
Welcome to the Fano shortstop.
Yeah. Now, I've got something I need you to take care of for a little while. It's very important that no one knows you have this, and I'm going to want it back in a couple of days. So you better not lose it. Hey, tell your mates to come down to the club tonight. I might have some work for them. Say hi to your mum for me.
You might be surprised to learn that even as mayor, I still have to deal with a number of people who like to tell me what I can and cannot do. When I first ran for council, they said I wasn't experienced enough. When I proposed the redevelopment of the East Auckland waterfront, they said we couldn't afford it. Fortitudo arte moribus. Strength, skill, and character. That is what it means to be a Gunston graduate, which is why for this very next term, I'll be enrolling my own son here at Gunston. But don't worry, Caleb, I'm not going to make you stand up in front of the entire school. I'm sure that you'll all get to know him eventually.
Ow, did it hurt?
Hardly even felt it. You only got him because Ray sued on your mum.
It's okay to be jealous, Ray, just trying to be so obvious about it. So what else did he say? Told me to tell you guys to come down to the club.
Sidewinders. Bro, you're for real? My cousin used to go there when it's time for the breakers. He reckons they have a private casino out back. You get drinks served by lingerie models, and it has a buffet. Hey, new kid.
What's up, dude? You look lost.
Well, I downloaded the school's orientation app, but it seems to have glitched.
Cool phone, bro. I didn't think you could get these in New Zealand yet.
Well, you can't, it's a crack.
Bro, you shouldn't really be carrying this around, so I might try to nick it. Why don't I hold on to it for you?
No, I don't think I can let you do that.
Well, how about I just take it?
Terry!
Yeah, bro, as I was saying, if it happens again, just press the reset button.
Have a seat, Terry. I'm afraid I have some rather bad news.
What? I thought there was a 3-strike policy. Well, how many is that?
Terry, your father has been killed. I can't imagine how you're feeling at the moment, but I just wanted to say we'll do everything we can to help you through this process.
Can I have the rest of the day off?
Certainly.
Is that all you've got to say? 10 years you treated him like a leper, not once to give up on being a father to you.
I don't really think we need to dwell on what a disappointment I was to him, do we, Polly? I mean, you're everything could have asked for in a son anyway. So what, are we supposed to discuss a will or something?
Our father is dead, and all you want to do is raid his pockets for change.
Just because he's dead doesn't make him a saint. A little bit of money is the least he could do, considering...
Considering what?
Considering he left a single mother to raise a kid on the benefit.
Who do you think paid your school fees? Who do you think paid for you to live in that house? You think Desiree paid for those braces? If it wasn't for Dad, you'd still be poking people's like that with your front teeth. You think I'm like him, but I'm not. I could never love anyone the way he loved you.
Yo, show me how to do that move when you're making me his own fist.
A police officer was killed yesterday morning in what authorities are calling a gang-style execution. Sergeant Terry Teo was a member of Auckland's organised crime squad, but at the time of the shooting, it's believed he was acting outside departmental jurisdiction.
While police are remaining tight-lipped, it's believed Sergeant Teo was determined to bring an end to the escalating turf war between two of Auckland's most powerful criminal organisations, the Black Venoms and the Five Dragons cartel.
No, I wouldn't mind if these guys were out there killing each other. We could just come in afterwards and clean up the mess. But that's not what's happening. What is happening is that these guys are recruiting kids to do their dirty work, and that's not cool. Somebody's got to step up and do something about it.
It's yet another blow for Auckland Mayor Bob Jamieson, already under fire for his costly waterfront development project. His refusal to acknowledge the city's growing problems with organised crime may have cost him its greatest adversary.
Yeah, boy. One less pig in the AK.
Stop! Terry, what the hell?
Dad, you heard about Leroy?
Sad because he's dead, because he can't pay the rent.
What happened to you?
You think Ray did it?
Father had a lot of enemies.
know you think I'm a pretty poor excuse for a dad. I'm always the one trying to put chains on you, saying who you can and can't talk to. It breaks my heart to think that the more I've tried to protect you, the more I've pushed you away. Maybe one day you'll have kids of your own and you might understand what I was trying to do. I hope by then you'll find a way to have me back in your life. Suppose by now you would have seen your birthday present. I know it's not a Bentley, but at least you won't have any trouble finding somewhere to park it.
Cool boy, man. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you were crying. I'm not. Okay, it's just a really strong northeasterly. It's okay, man. Everyone falls off when they first go. If you want, I can teach you how to stand a little longer. As if skateboarding's lame. Just need to make sure it works for us to sell it. Okay. Hey, wait up. Okay, stand your boot. I think you might be goofy. Well, yeah, but that's why I need you to teach me. No, I mean your stance. Goofy means right foot forward. Try. Okay, now push off with your back foot. Whoa, you just made your heel flip. What's that mean? It means you don't lose a heel flip on their first go. What is it? What's going on? Pass me your phone. Call me if they come back, okay? Check it out. Hey, it's like the one I used to have when I was a kid. Whatever. Like this piece of plywood's gonna hold up that fat puku. You're calling me fat? I thought I liked this. Huh? What? I didn't say anything.
That was always my understanding, that you would call me on my private cell. But I like calling your office. I like your secretary. But I can't be taking your calls. I'm the mayor. I can't turn up at abandoned train stations. I gave you 8 months. That should be more than enough time.
Have you ever built a marina?
No.
Well, then how would you know how long it takes?
Look, if we don't get it finished in the next quarter, my entire political career will be finished.
You know what, Bob? If I were you, I'd stop thinking about your career and start thinking about your family.
Mind telling us where you got this?
Yeah, I stole it.
You realise it's more fun for us to beat the confession out of you.
Whereabouts do you live, Terry? 48 Dunning Street, Eastbridge?
Right. You've been charged for 14 counts of burglary. You're going to be placed under arrest until your court appearance tomorrow morning, all right?
No, wait, listen, okay? That cop that was killed, Terry Teo, he was my dad.
The idea you've given us says your last name's Hinger.
Look, the same guys that murdered him were the ones chasing me. Right here, look. There's photos on that card of the mayor and his family, okay? I think the Venoms are trying to blackmail him. I'm telling the truth. You have to call my sister.
Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into that kitchenette and make myself a cup of Ovaltine and read the property press. And when I get back, you won't be here. You'll be in a holding cell with a 300-pound derelict who likes to call himself Cynthia.
Why'd you take his pants off? You want to tell me what this is doing outside our car yesterday? What's this? I thought you were bringing a gun. It is a gun. We just have to assemble it. These instructions are in Japanese. Do you speak Japanese? Not confidently. Can we help you with something? Did I get paid enough for this, man? Come on. Polly? What the hell did you do then? How'd you know where to find me?
I think you should go home.
I can't. They know where I live. Polly! Polly! You were right. I could have given Dad a chance. I know he wanted to be a better father. But even though he's not around to see, I can still try to be a better son.
Give me one good reason why I should trust you.
Because it's what he would have wanted.
What are you saying? You want to be family again?
All I'm saying is we could pull our resources, combine our strengths, you know, like the X-Men.
I thought superheroes wore their underpants outside their jeans.
Not all the time. Well, that wasn't too bad, right? I mean, the stuff with me learning how to skate was kind of cheese, but the rest of it was cool. Still sucks about what happened to my dad, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for someone else to avenge his murder. That much I can guarantee. Hey, yo, Randa, drop that hook. So I take it you're still doing karate? I like the bit when you made them hit each other with their own weapons. That was dope. You reckon you can teach me how to do that?
It's one thing to learn it, it's another thing to apply it in combat.
All right, get over yourself. Wasn't that great? Just so you know, I would have been able to handle myself if they hadn't blindsided me. So you do this a lot? Stick around in the dark, waiting to punch people in the face?
No, I have a job.
Really? Do what? Come on, I'm not going to judge.
I'm a stunt woman.
What? What do you mean, like in the movies? I never would have picked you for a daredevil.
I'm not a daredevil. I have a certain set of skills that people pay good money for.
Okay, Liam Neeson, can tell me exactly where it is that we're going? You look disappointed. What were you hoping to find?
That gun they were trying to put together is a military prototype. It was stolen from a weapons manufacturer in Japan less than a week ago. Before he was killed, Dad got a tip off that the Venoms were importing contraband.
You think they're using this place to smuggle guns?
Guns, drugs, anything they can't get through Border Patrol.
But they haven't even built the wharf yet. Just a bunch of rocks and a field of machines that probably don't even go.
Word of advice, Blue. If you're trying to intimidate somebody, maybe don't let them watch while you and K-Bar get beaten up by one guy.
You know, I'm telling you, Ray, that was no regular guy, right? He was like a Shaolin monk.
Well, that's why we have guns, right? Show them to me. The hell am I supposed to do with these? I'm trying to commit a robbery, not travel back in time.
I told him we needed untraceable firearms. He said these are straight off the factory floor. And it was cheaper than a case of shotties, all right? As far as I'm concerned, that's a win-win.
How can a military prototype be untraceable? And on top of that, how are we going to assemble these in 12 hours' time when all of the instructions are written in Japanese?
But this isn't like shopping at Briscoe's, mate. Sometimes you have to make do with what's on offer.
Your incompetence is about to cost us $3 million. So, tell me, what can you offer that's worth that much?
Maybe you two should get a room. Just got off the phone to our boy in blue. Get this. He reckons Terry claims that Teo was his old man.
What? How's that even possible?
Well, apparently she cut a deal with him back in the day. She was ratting out guys for about 3 years. After they split, Terry went with Desiree, took her last name.
Oh, well, isn't this just great? So the ciphered notebook, which you said could bring a whole enterprise down, he just gave to his son for safekeeping.
Look, Terry's pulled off more jobs in 2 years than you have in 20. You think he's going to let that go over some father he barely ever knew? No, he's confused. That's why I wanted you to bring him to me, so that I could talk to him, not drive him out to the Waitakaris in the boot of your car, you ungulate. Look, I need these things match ready by tomorrow. I'll take care of the notebook.
Yeah, you know I'm superstar, lying like a firearm. Somebody told me I was hot, right now I tell the bomb. Somebody said, T, you're a ranger. You're a stranger in a trash, she's danger.
Shouldn't we call the cops?
It's not that simple.
Yeah, it is. It's 3 numbers.
You heard what they said. They've got cops in the payroll. You don't know how many times they got close to Ray before someone tipped him off. That's why every single piece of evidence he wrote down in that notebook.
Polly, even if I wanted to go home and get it, I wouldn't even make it to the front door.
I wouldn't be asking you if there was any other way. Look, I'm not asking you to go alone.
I'm not breaking my own house. Anyway, there's this chance of being spotted in front of us, does it?
What about Desiree?
I don't want to get her mixed up in this.
For all we know, sure it is.
What's that supposed to mean?
Look, we'll go tonight after I finish work.
If this is going to happen, it needs to happen now. And anyway, just get in the dark.
Well. Seems trouble has a way of following you around.
Trouble didn't blow up my house is genius. The Black Venoms did.
Yeah, that's where I think you're wrong. This was a random act of sabotage from a kid with too much time on his hands.
Where'd you get that idea?
From the kid with too much time on his hands.
How exactly did he do it?
Petrol bomb?
Petrol bombs don't shatter brick walls. This was a high-grade explosive. I know you think I'm lying, but I'm not. You looked at their memory card, right?
Oh, yeah, we had a look at it, but I'm not really one for pirated movies because the camera, it makes me nauseous.
Does your partner know you're on the tape?
Hey, can someone arrest this little skid mark, please?
Well, on what charge?
Receiving stolen property. Come on.
Just how you're earning your tag? You think you're gonna be protected in prison? The Venoms can't babysit you all the time.
We'll see who needs babysitting.
Look, if you're gonna share a bunk bed with a middle-aged man for the next 2 years, that's up to you. But I got better ways to spend my time.
Yeah.
Mom, it's me.
Terry, where the hell have you been?
Where have I been? I've been arrested, I've been trapped in the boot of a car, and I've just about been blown up by your mate, Ray Vegas.
Listen, he's not after you. He just wanted that book destroyed.
You know about this?
Well, you weren't supposed to be there.
How could you let him torpedo in my room?
It wasn't an easy thing to say yes to, but I couldn't find the notebook and I couldn't get a hold of you to find out where it was.
Telling me you didn't have anything to do with Dad's murder.
Of course I didn't, but what's done is done. He's willing to give you a second chance. The important thing now is that he doesn't find out about Leroy.
What, you still think I want to be a Venom after this?
You think you have a choice? Listen, I loved your father, but he chose the wrong side. Don't make the same mistake.
The only mistake he made was marrying you.
Let me just start by saying that no one is more disappointed by the delays in this project than I am.
Okay, so who exactly is at fault?
Well, I'm not going to throw anyone under the bus.
So you're taking full responsibility?
What I'm saying is we're all doing everything we can, and we are committed to seeing this through.
It's 1 o'clock.
Oh, God. Sorry, Caleb, I'm just in the middle of an interview. Can we reschedule?
I guess. It was your idea to spend more time together.
See, at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on Tuesday. Actually, I could probably do all of Tuesday afternoon. Oh, no. No, I can't.
Have you tried flying it outside?
Terry!
Sorry for sneaking in, bro. I'm just trying to get low profile.
I tried to call you like 15 times, and then I called the cops, and they said you were arrested.
You make this? Oh, yeah, just kind of a hobby. Not a hobby, I mean, I don't really have a hobby. It's just for science comp Dad wanted me to enter. So lame. Oh, it's pretty cool. It is? I mean, yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. Those guys were following us today. They're in a gang called the Black Venoms. You heard of them? Yeah, didn't they kill a cop? Yeah, it was my father. Oh. Geez, Terry. I'm so sorry. Well, whatever it was he knew, they got him killed. I think your dad knows it too. Now look, this isn't going to be anything to us. You want me to spy him?
Okay, are ratepayers going to see a return on this investment before the election?
Well, I imagine we'll see some significant movement over the next couple of, sometime in the next,
You can't see you doing this? Dad doesn't even use a computer. He needs an assistant to check his emails.
Could you, just hold on a moment? I seem to be having, one or two issues with my computer.
Look up Vegas construction. I tried searching in the trash.
Can we reschedule? I just need to talk to my IT person.
Caleb?
You wouldn't happen to know what's wrong with my computer?
Afternoon, Mr. Mayor.
Dad, what's he told you, Caleb? Dad, take it easy. You tell your boss I won't be intimidated in my own house. You tell him he's not the only guy that can play.
Look, Mr. Jameson, I'm not with the Venoms. Yeah, I was there yesterday at the train station.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Dad, we saw the pictures. Look, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
My own wife doesn't even know about this. Why should I talk to you?
Because your silence has already cost my life.
My entire election campaign was built on a promise that I could turn one of Auckland's poorest suburbs into a thriving beachfront community. Even my own staff thought I was delusional. Getting funding for an inner-city project of that scale was impossible. Then a man came to me with a solution.
Ray Vegas.
He said he was a local businessman with the community's interests at heart. He said there was a government scheme that subsidised labour costs if they used ex-prisoners and the long-term unemployed. The only problem was no company worth their salt would hire a bunch of reprobates and layabouts.
Except for Vegas construction.
When the deal went through, they suggested a little signing party. 10 hours later, I woke up in the disabled toilets at Denny's.
You mean you were drugged?
I don't know what happened. But these pictures show up every time I try and put pressure on them. I mean, I didn't even understand why they wanted the contract when they had no intention of finishing it.
It wasn't the money they wanted. It was the marina. They're using it as a port to smuggle in contraband.
I know what you want me to do, Terry, but this isn't just about my reputation. I have to protect my family.
But Dad... No, it's cool. I understand.
That doesn't mean that I'm not willing to help. So if you can find a way to prove that Ray's behind this, I'll make sure he goes down for it.
Did you get the notebook?
But don't worry, I'm already on plan B. It's my boy Caleb. Check it out. It's made a listening device. I'm gonna get Ray to confess to Dad's murder on tape. Mum still reckons he wants me in the gang.
You're overestimating your worth.
You got a better idea?
I'll go. They need someone who can speak Japanese.
But how would you get in?
I'll apply for a job.
No offense, Polly, but the girls that work there are hot. Who'd want to watch you gyrate around a pole? I would. I mean, if I was the type of guy who went to those places.
Okay, Angelique. So, do you have any professional dancing experience?
I guess it depends what your definition of professional is.
Getting paid for it.
Oh. No, not really.
Okay, what about anything in hospitality?
Hold on, I'll be touched on set. Hello? Ah, moshi mosh. Genki da yo, genki. Shiteru, so, ina mensetsu da kedo?
Right, it's that girl I was telling you about.
Kayla tells me you speak Japanese.
Yeah, I did a tourism course at Tech.
What does that say?
machine gun and feeding belt.
Told you it was a feeding belt.
Oh my god, this gun's actually real.
Angelique, this job requires a little discretion.
Oh, okay, totally. Are you guys like robbing a bank or something?
Banks can trace money too easily.
Oh gosh, sounds dangerous.
Wow, actually, Ray's come up with this plan so we don't have to lift a finger.
Lou. Angelique, if you could do this without asking any more questions, we'll pay you double.
Terry wasn't supposed to get hurt, that was the deal.
Well, you'd know all about cutting deals, now wouldn't you, Desiree?
Hi?
Drop it.
Maybe we should call Dad. If we call anyone, they're dead.
Are you guys like robbing a bank or something?
Banks can trace money too easily.
Escalating turf war between the Black Venom and the Five Dragons cartel.
These guys are recruiting kids to do their dirty work, and that's not cool.
Hey, tell your mates to come down to the club tonight. I might have some work for them.
Ray took something that matters to me. All I gotta do is say something that matters to him. Terry, what are you doing here? Have you got any idea what happened if someone sees me talking to you? Why do you think I'm hiding behind the gates? Man, everybody knows you knocked. What about you? You let Ray take the fall for those a-holes. Ray's a grown man, he can make his own decisions. Ray can't make a lick too without asking directions. This is what the Venoms do. They take advantage of anyone too weak or too stupid to say no to them. Like this job tonight. Ripping off the Five Dragons cartel using prospects because they're too scared to do it themselves? How'd you know about that? You just told me. When? You really want to do this for a stupid tattoo? No. I've got my face twice already. I only want to become a Venom if we all did it. But now Ray's locked up, and you, I don't know what you are anymore. I'm still me. It's just now I'm using both sides of my brain. Hi, owner. If you help me, I promise you won't get hurt. And Ray won't have to do time for something he didn't do.
Crying out loud, just calm down, stop kicking your feet. I don't need it, mate, I don't.
Oh, look, sorry, mate, I've got nothing for you.
Sorry, bro, there's nothing here.
I don't know how this game was going to play out for you, Princess. But something tells me you're not going to like it. So how do we do? We're rich?
We were.
How could you lose $3 million?
Not bad, but you're about 10 minutes behind schedule. Who are you? I'm the guy who planned this operation. We didn't think we had a bunch of prospects handle their cash, did you? Hey, what's the matter? You get hurt? You guys get hurt? No, we're cool. Well, what are you waiting for? Load up the van. Cave out waiting on fast.
Hello?
I guess it's true what they say. You pay peanuts, you get monkeys making off for $3 million in cash.
I could end this right now.
Yeah, you could do that. Hey, here's something I could do. I could go back to the Five Dragons cartel and tell them who robbed them in the first place. Now, are we ready to make a deal, Raymond?
Well, I see you bought some muscle.
I told you to come alone.
somebody backed the wrong horse. It's a shame we couldn't be on the same side. We would have been good together. Wait until I've gone, okay? I said wait until I've... Terry, what are you doing? I gotta get home. Hurry!
Terry?
There should be a latch inside the boot. See if you can reach it. What is up with this kid? Back it up.
So what happens now?
To be honest, I don't think any further ahead than this.
What are we gonna do, Ray? They caught still alive, we're toast. We've got $3 million in a narco sub. All right, we can go anywhere we want.
Mr. Vegas, I believe that money belongs to us.
Yeah, it's gotta see.
Turns out I'm allowed to judge a character.
Oh, I have a rotten prick. Just being paid for it.
Right, let him up. Despite bringing down 2 major criminal organizations, I was unable to directly implicate Ray Vegas in my father's murder. But seeing as I did implicate him in arms trafficking, extortion, kidnapping, corruption, and dangerous driving, he's looking at about triple the jail time anyway. After Mayor Jamison explained to the police how he worked with me to bring down the Black Venoms, he was cleared of any wrongdoing and even went on to win a second term. Well, the house gets rebuilt, Mum went up north and Polly agreed to let me move in with her. It's actually been kind of cool being brother and sister again. And in a way, it makes me feel closer to Dad. And that, more or less, is the story of how I became a defender of justice. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I did. I forgot to formally introduce myself. My name is Terry. Terry Teo.